Hey guys, it's Liam. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where I try and convince myself that I haven't wasted 12 hours of my life. If any of you are wondering why I haven't been making videos for the past 4 or 5 months or so, it's not interesting at all. I got bored. But now I have infinite amounts of free time, just like everybody else, so this is what I decided to do with it.
Gosh, where's my life going?
But I'm back now, and I've got better equipment, better software, better content, and also enough hair on my head to easily insert myself into any pop punk band from the mid-2000s. Have you guys ever wondered what would happen if you put 8 of the most unlikable people in the world into small apartment buildings by themselves for about 8 weeks and then just recorded them? Netflix did, and that's how we got The Circle. The Circle is Netflix's first attempt at any reality TV, as far as I can tell. It came before both Love is Blind and Too Hot to Handle. I think that's the name of it. I assume that they started dipping their toes into reality TV because of just how cheap it is to produce and how much we all absolutely love to watch trash television. If you didn't know, even game shows with like huge cash prize rewards like this one, they're really cheap to produce because generally any prize money is covered by a special insurance. So they're really not losing that much money on this at all. So if you can't tell already, I hate this show. And what I really wanted to do is just go through the first episode with you guys, not only so you can see how bad it is, but also so I can kind of share my suffering with you, because I did not watch this for 12 hours for nothing. If nothing else, I will make you hate it as much as I did, because it is just whatever the opposite of a chef's kiss is this.
Welcome to The Circle, the real-life game that asks, how far would you go to be popular on social media if there were $100,000 at stake?
Okay, so first off, really far. People would do anything to be famous on social media, let alone throw $100,000 in the mix. Someone might be murdered. Okay, also, you meet the host for the first time, and last time, until the very last episode. But you hear her constantly throughout the entire show. Her whole thing is just commenting on what other people do, which I know is ironic, but I can't stand that at all. She'll just pop in and say some cringy whatever for no reason. And it's not good. It's just, you'll see later.
Our 8 players will all live in this building, but they can't see or hear each other.
How does this thing work?
Let's see, touch screen? No? This is where it gets juicy.
They can choose to be whoever they want. Themselves,
I'm gonna go into the circle 100% authentically.
another version of themselves,
Oh!
Let's not show how freaking cute I am right away.
or someone
Word.
completely different.
Damn, my alter ego was pretty as fuck.
That's raising some flags in my head.
She might be a dude.
When they are in the circle, players need to make friends
I love this girl!
Yeah, buddy.
and gain influence.
I'm a huge flirt.
It's hard not to love me.
Because the most unpopular players are blocked and replaced.
Yo, this is nerve-wracking.
Hold on, they're gonna do that right now?
At the end, the players will decide who's the most popular and the winner of $100,000.
So the way they described the game originally was actually very confusing. I assumed what it meant was everyone was going to kind of be competing on social media for more followers and likes, like on Instagram or Twitter, YouTube, whatever. But it's not that at all. That might have been interesting to watch. But this, what it is they're just 8 people living in this small apartment talking to each other via direct message and group messages, and it's all just one big popularity contest. Well, I guess like most game shows. And the only way they can communicate is through this thing called The Circle. And at the end of every episode, not every episode, every day they vote somebody off and a new person comes in. I don't know if you guys would realize this, but that's a terrible strategy. Mostly because it actually puts the new players at a disadvantage because they don't have the emotional ties to everyone that the established players did. Like, they bring in new people up to like the 3rd to last episode. And these people, they all get voted off. Not a single one of them actually makes it to the final round, like the very last day. None of them make it there. None. And it's mostly because nobody feels any emotional attachment to them. And if they do, it feels artificial because they've been around for like 2 days. So now what I want to do is just kind of go through all of the people who are going to be introduced in this episode and just tell you kind of why I dislike them. I should say that by the end of the series, I actually ended up liking most of them through what I can only describe to you as Stockholm Syndrome. But yeah, no, they're all pretty insufferable, and I get that a lot of them are just playing it up for the camera. You know, it's reality TV. The producers probably told them to, you know, react a little bit more, but it's just so uncomfortable most of the time, and they act so unlikable. It's just hard not to kind of hate them. Again, I just want to state that nothing against them in real life, just on the TV show that they are portrayed in. They're not portrayed as very likable people.
Just eat an apple.
Hi, my name is Antonio.
Just to cover Antonio real quick, he left really no lasting impression on me whatsoever, and I have nothing to say about him at all.
Hi, my name is Samantha. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Miami, Florida. Who got the tunes? Who got the fashion? Yeah, I'm pretty confident that people are gonna like me for me. Cause I mean, in real life they do, so why wouldn't they now?
If she just hadn't said that, I might have been indifferent to her if I'm being honest. But that just level of like ego is kind of annoying, you know, that whole like,
Oh, man, everybody loves me in real life. Oh, man, literally, nobody hates me.
you know, like that. She gives off the vibe that she's not like a very nice person. It just comes off, the amount of ego she has just comes off as annoying and unpleasant, and it's just not something that I vibe with.
Hi, my name is Rebecca. I'm 26 from Boston, Massachusetts. I do have a secret in store for the players.
I'm a dude. Hi, my name is Seaburn. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. But in the circle, I'll be playing the character Rebecca because I got the jokes, but I'm using my girlfriend's pictures because she's gorgeous. And online, hot girls get more likes. I've done my research. I know everything there is to being the perfect woman. Look out, circle. Rebecca is coming to get you.
So that's Seaburn, and I actually liked Seaburn when I first saw the show, but then it kind of started gnawing on me that this dude was catfishing people using his girlfriend's pictures because online, hot girls get more likes.
That's a fact.
And that just kind of made me feel uncomfortable.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square.
Like the concept of like tricking people online into thinking you're someone you're not. It's kind of a gross feeling. So every time he's like talking to somebody, it feels wrong. Like I get it's a game and it's all in good fun and they all kind of knew what they were signing up for. But it's just like instinct that this is like a little gross.
Hi, my name's Alana. I'm 25 and I'm from Brownsville, Texas.
I don't need no confrontation.
I'm a swimsuit model and a lingerie model, so I get judged by other girls because they just don't want their boyfriends to look at me.
So that's Alana, and she's the worst. She's a swimsuit model, but she's gonna play quirky and goofy for the one episode she's in because everybody thinks she's fake. And I don't have an opinion on her other than stop doing that. Stop pretending to be quirky. You're a swimsuit model, just own it. Just own the fact that you're better looking than me. I don't care. Just don't pretend to be quirky. Don't pretend to be like this goofy person, you know?
My name is Shubham, and I'm 23 years old, and I'm from California. I am a virtual reality designer.
Body electric, I'm raging when the desert hits.
My presence on social media, it's very minimal. Honestly, I think social media is our modern day bubonic plague. It's actually the devil in all its forms. It's positive this, happy smiles. Oh my God, yes. The world doesn't act that way. It just creates a fairy tale that is actually not a fairy tale. It's a fairy hell. I'm gonna go into the circle 100% authentically, and I'm gonna win the game, and that's how it goes.
Boomer alert! So this man looks 15 and has the personality of a 58-year-old man. Shubham, I like at the end. Like most people, just because I became so attached to him by the end of the show. But every time he talks, it's just sad because he gets catfished so hard And my heart breaks for the dude every time he was talking to the person he was getting catfished by. He would like verbally say that he fully, with his entire heart, believed that that was a genuine connection he had with the person. It just, you knew this man was gonna get absolutely destroyed. Shubham is nice. Everybody loves him. I assumed he was gonna win the entire thing, but Joey ended up beating him just barely. Not much to say about Shubham besides everyone says his name Shubham.
Hey everybody, my name is Chris. I'm 30 years old and I'm coming to you all the way from the Big D, Dallas, Texas. My game plan is just to be myself and do whatever it takes to do whatever I need to do to get where I'm trying to go.
So Chris is a lot, and I don't have a problem with Chris necessarily. It's just every time he talks, it's a little bit too much talking. You know, if he just toned it down a little bit, it would be okay. But just every time he's on screen, it feels like he's shouting at me, and it just feels like a lot.
Yeah, buddy. What's up, peeps? I'm Joey Sasso. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Rochester, New York. I'm a bartender, and I'm the proudest mama's boy you're ever gonna meet.
Got the pre-shave oil right there. Another secret weapon is the lip exfoliator. These bad boys gotta be smooth at all points in time. But after you do the lip exfoliator, you gotta do the menthol right on the lips. Makes it shine, nice and soft. Yes, sir. Yeah, buddy. All right.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Joey Sasso. I'm a bartender from New York.
And I love my mom.
Every time Joey's on camera and speaking, I want him to stop. I want him to stop speaking so bad. Please just stop. Just stop talking. Just stop. No one wants to hear you talk, Joey. He just acts up for the camera too much, I feel. I'm sure I get along with him just fine. He seems like a nice guy, but I swear if I have to watch him dancing around his apartment while shouting, "Yeah, buddy," one more time while dancing around his apartment, I'm gonna scream. I can't take it anymore. Something about it just makes me angry. He's also a lot. Everyone in this show is a lot. I'm gonna stop saying that. Every time the camera pans over to him, I think, oh no, what's this lovable idiot gonna do next? I should note that by the end of the show, Joey does win, and I ended up liking him the most out of anybody just because of how he is a genuinely nice person. It's just, again, the way he acts for the camera that I hate. I've seen him in post-show interviews, and he's very natural. He seems like a nice dude. I don't want to hate on this dude too much. I feel bad hating on him so much because I did end up liking him.
Hey, what's going on, folks? My name is Karen. I'm 37. I'm from the Bronx in New York City. I am choosing to play a catfish named Mercedes. Guys see her, they usually drool. When girls see her, they want to be friends. She's Fenty all the way down, and I am not. So why not make myself approachable? I am like every other girl next door, regardless if I dress like the flyest boy on the block. I'm gonna win the circle, so we don't even have to go into this. So when they play this later and you see it, remember I said this. Mark it down, write it down, take a picture. I'm gonna win.
So Karen doesn't win. Also, my only problem with Karen is that the person she's catfishing as, she doesn't know. She doesn't know this person. At least Seaburn knew who the person was he was pretending to be. Karen just, yanked some identity off of the internet and was like, yep, this is me. I'm going to use this girl's pictures. I didn't ask for her permission. I'm just going to use them. At least if it's, your girlfriend, she, was cool with it. She, verbally told you, yeah, go for it, win the money. She just doesn't know this chick. It's basically identity theft without any repercussions.
It's time to finally meet this circle I keep talking about.
Oh, it's officially begun.
What's up, Circle?
Oh, welcome to the circle! Hey, hey! Can you hear me, Circle? Oh, hold up. Ah, okay, so it is voice activated.
So here's one of my biggest problems with the show. The circle is not voice activated at all. You can tell because sometimes when they're texting, they'll send emojis, and they'll describe the emoji, to the circle, and it will just know. They'll be like, yeah, send the little monkey with the hands. And at one point, this one girl says, post the picture of me in the outfit that I'm wearing right now. How would the circle know what she's wearing at that point? How would it know that? What super advanced technology does Netflix have access to that they're just like not sharing with us?
Message, hi, with a bunch of eyes. Send.
And then sometimes the rules of how they send messages just completely change. Sometimes they have to say send at the end of the message to actually send it. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have to say message before they actually send a message. And then sometimes they don't. And it makes it very confusing as to what they're actually saying between each other, like what they're just verbally thinking out loud and what they're sending to people. It gets kind of confusing when they're like having a sidebar to themselves. What I think they did was just add in all that in post-production. I'm pretty sure, I feel like the show must be scripted because they either did it in post or they had someone listening to what they were saying and typing it out somewhere else. But I feel like they could have just like given them a physical keyboard or made it touchscreen, because the verbal thing doesn't make sense. The voice activation, it doesn't add up, and it's clearly not actually voice activated, or at least not all the way.
Alert! Alert!
So that was an alert, and it's my least favorite part of the show because every time it happens, everyone feels the need to shout, "Oh my gosh!"
It's an alert.
Which I guess is the equivalent, if you guys have seen Love Island, it's the equivalent to,
I got text!
I got text!
I got text!
Players, it's time for the first ratings. What?
You must rank your fellow players from favorite to least favorite.
This is like high school all over again.
Once everyone has rated, the top 2 players will become the circle influencers and will hold great power. Great.
So at this point, they now all have to rate each other. And to let you know how they feel about it, I'll just let Joey explain it to you real quick.
This is so stressful. I'm sweating bullets.
I'm scared.
Yeah, you know how like when you're stressed out, you like pace around and you tell yourself, oh my gosh, this is so stressful. You know how we all do that, or like when you're sitting down and you're nervous to do something and you feel the need to exclaim, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Yeah, so this show is a lot of that. A lot of, like, people just telling you how they feel. You know, like, you know that rule, show, don't tell, in, like, you know, TVs and movies? They break that very hard in this.
Clearly, I'm private messaging you for a reason. Wink emoji, send.
So that's enough of that. So this show's biggest flaw is that it's boring. Sam Raimi, legendary director, has a great quote that the greatest offense that a director can make is boring his audience. And that's exactly what this show does. It's just filled with nothing in between these like elimination contests. Like sometimes an episode will go by and it feels like nothing happened. They've locked everybody in an apartment by themselves, and that can only be so entertaining without everyone jumping around and making loud noises occasionally. It's just not entertaining to watch. And what makes me the most annoyed about it is that they took Netflix money, like from subscribers, and used it to fund this steaming pile of garbage. Maybe if you like reality television, you'll like this just because it's something for you to watch, but personally speaking, I kind of like reality television, and I hated this. It's not anything interesting or new. The premise is boring, and everyone in it is either unlikable, uninteresting, or they're not in it long enough for you to be emotionally attached to it. The show also has this message in it that's like, be yourself, be true to who you are, don't be afraid to stand out. But they're actively promoting catfishing whilst also preaching that message. And one girl is a plus-size model, and she starts off on the show as a catfish, and she almost immediately sends everyone an image of like her real picture, which I'm pretty sure is against the rules, but nonetheless, she reveals her like true self to the whole group. And about 2 episodes later, she is immediately voted out. So I don't know what the show was thinking there. They could have at least kept her in until like the second to last episode. They didn't have to. She didn't have to win. But if you're trying to champion a message, at least do it correctly. I will say that the people who were the most real with everybody did actually make it to the end. But if you're gonna have these characters who are specifically preaching to be yourself, you know, maybe keep them in the longest. So this is where I'm gonna end the video. I can't talk about the show anymore. It makes me so mad. I wanted to do more of like a sort of video essay style thing, but I just kind of wanted to rant for a little bit because this show made me so mad. I haven't seen it in about a week, and I've been removed from it enough to like kind of see how it could be okay, but then just rewatching it just now, I can't deal with it anymore. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you everyone for watching this far. I can't imagine anyone has, but I appreciate it nonetheless. It means a lot. I really enjoy making these. Have a good day.